Imagine, if you will, the year 1901, far off the sun-drenched coast of a tiny, almost forgotten Greek island, nestled in a quiet expanse of deep, unwavering blue. A team of sponge divers stumbled upon something. Well, something truly extraordinary. They were meticulously working amidst the ancient, silent wreckage of a Roman ship, a vessel long lost to the unforgiving depths. And there, amongst the barnacle-encrusted timbers and scattered amphorae, they found it, a curious, unassuming lump of corroded metal. At first glance, it was, nothing more than marine detritus, a relic nearly overlooked. But this was no ordinary find. In time, this encrusted mystery would unveil itself as the world's very first known computer. A machine so profoundly advanced, so utterly beyond anything humanity was thought capable of building in that ancient era, that its core principles would astonishingly lie dormant, awaiting reinvention for another 1,000 years or more. Welcome to the deep dive. Today we pull back the curtain on the captivating story and the enduring enigma of the Antikythera Mechanism. Our mission, as we journey into the depths of this past, is to explore not just its unexpected discovery, but its mind-bending capabilities and what this singular artifact truly tells us about the boundaries of ancient knowledge, and perhaps, the limits of our own assumptions. Let's cast our minds back to those initial salvage efforts, early 1900s. These intrepid divers, working without modern equipment, in what were then incredibly perilous conditions, they were exploring a shipwreck near the remote island of Antikythera. It was a true treasure trove. Magnificent bronze statues hinting at forgotten artistry, exquisite marble sculptures, countless other priceless artifacts that, well, thrilled the archaeological world. But amidst this abundance, a particular object was recovered that almost didn't make it to shore. It was the lump we mentioned, seemingly unremarkable, heavily encrusted, an amalgamation of bronze and wood, so utterly fused by centuries underwater, so disguised by corrosion and marine growth that it was nearly discarded as just, well, junk from the wreck. Yet through careful, painstaking examination, as layers of time were slowly peeled away, archaeologists began to realize that this was indeed no ordinary relic. It held a profound secret. An impossible truth, really, concealed within its very core.
And this is where the story truly shifts, doesn't it? From just an archaeological find to something, well, profoundly mysterious. What allowed this seemingly insignificant lump to reveal its extraordinary nature was the application of early 20th century technologies. Dr. Tony Freeth, a mathematician and filmmaker who's dedicated really an immense amount of his life to studying this object, he vividly describes that pivotal moment. He recounts how, when the first X-rays were finally taken, those invisible rays piercing through centuries of corrosion, the revelation was immediate, stark, and utterly profound. It wasn't just a random collection of fused metal, no. Instead, what appeared on the X-ray plates was an intricate, highly organized assembly of gears and dials, precisely interlocked, working in concert. Dr. Freeth described it simply as a machine of astonishing complexity. For the ancient world, for a time before the Common Era, this was, well, it was utterly unprecedented. It didn't just challenge, it shattered every preconceived notion of what ancient civilizations were truly capable of designing and building. It forced historians, scientists, everyone really, to reevaluate the entire timeline of technological progress.
Right, and so as this extraordinary object slowly yielded its secrets, it came to be known as the Antikythera Mechanism. Its construction was meticulously dated to around 100 BCE, placing it firmly within what scholars call the Hellenistic period. For those unfamiliar, this was a time of immense intellectual vibrancy in ancient Greece, a flourishing of mathematical, astronomical, philosophical thought after Alexander the Great's conquests. While the exact creators remain an enduring mystery, scholars theorize it was undoubtedly built by brilliant Greek scientists, individuals who perhaps stood on the shoulders of giants like Archimedes, the legendary polymath genius, or maybe Hipparchus, the renowned astronomer whose observations laid foundational groundwork. But its primary staggering purpose, once deciphered, was clear. This intricate device was engineered to predict, with remarkable, almost unnerving accuracy, the precise positions of the sun, the moon, and even the planets. It was designed to look not just days or weeks, but decades, sometimes even generations, into the celestial future.
Exactly. And to connect this to the broader picture, Professor Alexander Jones, a leading historian in this field, sheds even more light on its truly advanced capabilities. He explains that the device wasn't merely tracking simple, predictable solar and lunar cycles. No. What's truly astonishing is its ability to account for the moon's irregular orbit. You see, the moon doesn't move at a constant speed. Its orbit is elliptical, causing it to speed up and slow down. To model this, the mechanism employed a truly sophisticated and elegant system of what are called epicyclic gears. These aren't just simple gears. Imagine a gear rotating, and another gear rotating on the first gear's edge, creating incredibly complex, non-uniform motion. This allowed the mechanism to mimic the moon's accelerating and decelerating path, a level of nuance that just, well, it defied the simple mechanical understanding believed to exist at the time. Professor Jones described it as far more than a mere time-telling device. In his words, it was nothing less than a mechanical model of the cosmos, a miniature universe, painstakingly crafted and contained within what was essentially a humble bronze box. Think of it as a portable observatory, predicting celestial events with a precision that, for its era, seems almost impossible. It's as if they held the future of the heavens right there in their hands.
Incredible. Now, if you try to visualize this device, set aside any thoughts of modern electronics. Imagine something roughly the size of a shoebox, crafted not from silicon and plastic, but from meticulously cut bronze, adorned with numerous incredibly intricate bronze gears, precise dials marked with astronomical divisions, and Greek inscriptions that would have guided its user. The primary interaction, though complex underneath, was surprisingly simple for the operator. You would turn a small crank on its side, and as that crank began to move, the hidden complex network of gears within would begin to whir, a soft, deliberate sound, setting in motion the display of various celestial events on its faces. The information it presented on both its front and back was equally detailed, multi-layered. On its front face, you would see the sun and the moon elegantly moving through the zodiac, providing a visual, dynamic representation of their positions against the backdrop of the constellations. But the mechanism's predictive power went far beyond just daily or monthly movements. Its back face, a separate marvel of engineering, meticulously tracked upcoming eclipses, both solar and lunar. Imagine the power, the foresight this offered, a forewarning of these significant events. And perhaps most remarkably, it even predicted the cycle of the ancient Olympic Games, a crucial cultural, religious event for the Greeks, demonstrating its practical societal applications beyond just astronomy. It wasn't just a scientific instrument, it was a tool for understanding time, religion, the very fabric of their society.
And what's truly groundbreaking here, what Professor Michael Wright, a distinguished mechanical engineer and historian, emphasizes, is the sheer sophistication of the technology hidden within. The mechanism utilized what are known as differential gears. Now, this is a profoundly advanced mechanical concept. To put it simply, these gears allow two independent inputs to drive a single output, or vice versa. Think about the differential in your car's axle, letting the wheels spin at different rates when you turn. This device was achieving something similar, but for complex astronomical calculations. A full 2 millennia before it was rediscovered and became common in the 19th century. That alone speaks volumes about the incredible, almost isolated leap in engineering it represents. The level of astounding precision in its construction and operation meant that whoever built this, well, they possess an unparalleled mastery. Profound masters of mathematics, understanding complex celestial movements, unparalleled masters of astronomy, charting the heavens with unnerving accuracy, and extraordinary masters of engineering, translating that abstract knowledge into a tangible, working, physical machine. It really compels us to consider the powerful, almost haunting question. What other such marvels might have existed, now lost, perhaps forever, to the unyielding march of time?
And it is precisely this question that leads us into the heart of the Antikythera Mechanism's most profound and unsettling mystery. This machine, so astonishingly sophisticated, raises a deeply uncomfortable truth. Why? Why did such advanced technology simply disappear from human knowledge for over 1,000 years? If the ancient Greeks were capable of building such complex devices that predated similar inventions by millennia, then where are the others? Were there more like it? Perhaps even more advanced iterations that have simply vanished, lost to the ravages of time, to forgotten shipwrecks, or to the slow, inevitable decay of civilizations. Is this a glimpse into a lost golden age of technology? Or was it an isolated flash of genius that, for reasons we may never fully comprehend, simply didn't propagate?
These are indeed the perplexing questions. They continually challenge scholars and historians. The prevailing theories often suggest that the loss of such marvels can be attributed to the tumultuous collapse of classical civilizations. As empires fell, as the Roman Empire declined, as societal structures fragmented, much knowledge, particularly specialized, intricate understanding like that embodied in the mechanism, was simply lost, forgotten, or perhaps even intentionally destroyed during what we refer to as the Dark Ages. Libraries were burned, centers of learning crumbled into ruin, and the intellectual infrastructure that supported such profound innovation just vanished from the collective memory. It's a sobering reminder, isn't it, how fragile human knowledge can actually be. Dr. Joe Marchant, a science journalist and author who's explored this topic deeply, offers a truly insightful reflection. She posits that the Antikythera Mechanism serves as a powerful, tangible reminder that, quote, the ancient world was far more sophisticated than we often assume. It fundamentally challenges our conventional ideas about the linear progression of technology, that steady climb upwards. It forces us to reconsider the very limits of ancient science, suggesting that history isn't a simple, unbroken line of progress, but perhaps a series of peaks and valleys, where profound knowledge can sometimes recede into obscurity, only to reemerge, perhaps by accident, centuries later. It asks us, really, to question our own biases about the capabilities of past civilizations.
Today, the Antikythera mechanism, carefully preserved, meticulously studied, holds a place of profound honor. Its fragmented pieces, those corroded gears and dials, are now housed within the National Archaeological Museum of Athens, allowing visitors a rare glimpse into this ancient wonder. But its story, remarkably, is far from over. Scientists, engineers, historians around the world continue their dedicated study, using advanced imaging, computational techniques to painstakingly reconstruct and build working models. They are trying to unlock its remaining secrets, to understand every single gear, every dial, every calculation it was designed to perform. This ongoing research isn't just about understanding a forgotten piece of the past, it's about pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible in antiquity, and, what that might mean for our own ingenuity.
Indeed. Its inspirational role really cannot be overstated. This single, unique artifact has sparked a renewed, almost passionate interest, not just in ancient history, but in the fascinating, often overlooked intersection of ancient science and antiquity. It continues to draw in a new generation of historians, archaeologists, technologists who gaze upon it with a sense of, well, awe. They marvel at the sheer ingenuity of its original, anonymous creators, finding profound inspiration in their problem-solving, their incredible foresight. As Dr. Yannis Bitsakis, a physicist and historian deeply involved in its study, profoundly summarizes, the Antikythera mechanism is not just a relic of the past. He insists it's so much more than that. He sees it quite powerfully as a message from antiquity, telling us that the ancients were capable of feats we once thought impossible. It stands as a silent yet resonant testament to the enduring human capacity for innovation, for pushing the boundaries of knowledge, no matter the era.
Was the Antikythera mechanism a truly one-of-a-kind marvel, an isolated stroke of genius against a backdrop of simpler times? Or was it perhaps a breathtaking glimpse into a far more technologically advanced ancient world? A world that has simply vanished, erased from our historical record by the cruel hand of time. Its bronze gears may be silent now, its original purpose long fulfilled. But its profound mystery continues to echo through the ages, inviting us to forever reconsider what we think we know about the enduring brilliance of the human mind and the secrets still hidden in the deep.